Welcome to this Helix webinar series. Today's session is actually an Ask the Expert session. So for those that haven't joined these before, they're very much guided by you as our customers and partners. We will have a couple of points and some suggestions that we'll go through, but it's very interactive. We won't be following slides or doing specifically demos, but this is your opportunity to speak with our panelists of experts, and I'm very fortunate to be joined by quite a big team. Just a few caveats before we get started and we do the introductions. You have the Q&A section of Zoom. In the Q&A section, if you don't feel comfortable to want to talk, but you want to put a question in, feel free to put your question in there and we will take those questions and talk about them live. Also, if you do have other questions that you want to place in there and then talk with us, if you want to raise your hand, that would be amazing. We'll also come to you. So again, as I said, we want it to be interactive. Please put your questions in if you want to start doing that now. So just to get started, let me just do a bit of an introduction. So firstly, my name is Samantha Hudson dos Santos Figueira. I work as a program manager at BMC. I've spent many, many years working in support, supporting a lot of our customers. I've moved into a program management role. So many of you may have joined some of the product webinars, and we've got Nikhil who will introduce himself, our product manager today. You may have come on some of the technical sessions. So what my role is try and help you with self-solve, get to the people in BMC that you need to, and also helping with content. So as mentioned before, this session is very much on you coming with questions and talking to us. So I'm now going to hand over to Nikhil if you want to introduce yourself, and then we'll do a round introduction.
Thank you, Sam. Hello, everyone. I'm Nikhil Deshpande. I am a product manager for BMC Helix Dashboards. I'm excited to be here to talk about, to respond to your questions on transitioning to Helix Dashboards.
Thank you, Nikhil. Vikram, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Oops, I was on mute. Hello, everyone. This is Vikram Kamte, and I'm Product Development Manager for Helix Dashboards. Happy to be here to answer your questions.
Wonderful. Alicia, over to you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia from the BMC Support team. I'm a senior technical support specialist, and I offer support for Helix Dashboard and smart reporting products.
Wonderful, thank you. Abhijit?
Hello, everyone. I'm Abhijit. I work as a tech lead for Helix Dashboards.
Thank you. Danny?
Hello, everyone. I'm Danny Gutierrez, and I work as a part of the support team with Alicia. I work with I support the Helix Dashboards and smart reporting applications.
Thank you. And Kashita?
Hello, everyone. Myself, Kshitija Marathe. I'm part of R&D team of Helix Dashboards.
Wonderful. Neha?
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on wherever you are. My name is Neha. I'm a senior developer with BMC SEAL team, and we develop Helix dashboard content and help customers in report migrations and create whichever the content creation, etc. Solutions which are needed. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. And then I think finally, Rodrigo?
Hello, everyone. This is Rodrigo from Support Helix Dashboards team. Thank you for attending this meeting, and we will be happy to answer your questions. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And I know that we are joined also by our UX team. I don't know, Angela, if you're out there and you can hear me. Angela will also be listening in and hopefully being able to contribute about some of the design work that we're doing, and we will just discuss that towards the end. So welcome to Angela as well. So I think just to get things kicked off and started, I know as a team we've been working on a lot of content. Danny's been working on a program with me creating content recently. we've had quite a lot of questions that have come up in general. And one thing that I've seen quite frequently, Nikhil and Vikram, is a lot of customers asking what the benefits are going to Helix Dashboards and whether that's the right solution. So I don't know if we can start maybe with that topic.
Yes, certainly I can take that. So many of our customers have used smart reporting in the past. Some continue to do it now. Smart reporting is good in its ability to provide reports and dashboards on specific BMC products like ITSM or business workflows. However, based on our discussions with several customers, we know that customers are looking for the ability to harness all the data that they have across the entire suite of BMC Helix products. It's not just about a best-in-class tool to report on ITSM or business workflows or discovery or whatever. Customers need one reporting dashboarding tool across the entire range of BMC Helix suite, which is all the products on the service management side, ITSM, virtual agent, digital workplace, business workflows, custom applications developed on Innovation Suite, as well as all the products on the IT operations management side, such as Discovery, Helix Operations Management, Capacity Management, Log Analytics, and so on. And that brings us to Service Ops. Service Ops is BMC's strategy to allow these two disparate orgs to come together to deliver solutions. For far too long, IT operations management and IT service management have existed as two silos within the IT organization. And the walls between these two organizations are not conducive to the growth of service ops. What most companies need today is for these two organizations to work cohesively as one organizational unit. That is what facilitates driving outcomes in one domain based on the actions you take in the other domain. This is where dashboards also comes in. With smart reporting, you cannot deliver a dashboard that goes across operations management and service management. But with Helix Dashboards, you can. You can build a report with some panels fetching data from, say, operations management, some from ITSM. And this is where dashboards aligns with BMC's service ops strategy. With dashboards, once you develop skills on building reports and dashboards with using Helix Dashboards, you can then use those skills to develop these across the entire range of BMC Helix products. And that will help you become more creative with how you can develop solutions, not just within one product, not just within ITSM, but across the entire range of BMC Helix service ops solutions. And this is something unique about dashboards. This is not possible with smart reporting. And this is why we believe that BMC Helix Dashboards is the best solution for our customers to, as I said, drive outcomes in one domain based on what happens in the other domain. Back to you, Sam.
Thanks, Nikhil. Vikram, I don't know if you had anything you wanted to add before we talk about some other topics.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to add some more details, more technical details on what Nikhil provided. So smart reporting and Helix dashboards, or Grafana, which we use under Helix dashboards, these are reporting tools of two different generations, where smart reporting is coming with only standard database connections, like it is pairing RDBMS database, whereas Grafana is ability to connect to heterogeneous data sources. You can, like some examples, it can connect to time series data source or Elasticsearch or RDBMS or even Smart Graph. All of this data you can bring in one dashboard. You can join it together. The rich capability of Grafana, which many customers are still not exploring, or they should spend some time playing with, is transformations, which is on the client side data processing that will give more value to data what you bring from. So Grafana is also stable and good for the SaaS environment. It has elastic capability to scaling up or down. So that makes it is a best tool for this generation to support any reporting capability.
Wonderful. Thank you, Vikram. And hopefully that's answered a few questions that maybe people had had. Before we come to the questions we've got in the Q&A, and thank you, Peter and Dave, for those. Another question I just want to run by, I know for support, and we've got a couple of the support engineers on here today. Alicia, I know one of the common questions you said you get asked sometimes with support is when customers should use the report conversion tool versus the reporting metadata studio. I don't know if you can just elaborate a little bit on that query and question that we often get.
Absolutely. So let's think on how these two tools are developed. The conversion tool is more used to migrate a large set of content that is already available when customers have smart reporting and they want to migrate that content from there to Helix Dashboards. The reporting metadata studio is more used to prepare Helix Dashboard to create new content there. So both tools are meant to have content in Helix Dashboard, but the first one, conversion tool, is more likely used to migrate previous content from Smart Reporting and to migrate a large set of reports. And the reporting metadata studio is used for creating new content and prepare the visual query builder of Helix Dashboard to have new views and to create new content there.
Thank you, Alicia. I don't know if anyone on this call has got any more questions around there, but feel free to raise your hand or ask. Why we give the opportunity for other questions. I know we've got a couple also in the chat. So Dave, you had a question. I don't know, Dave, if you want to come off mute. Let me just check that I've given you access because there was a few people joining. But you had a question on, is there a way to include a link to the dashboard while scheduling via email? I know you can copy the URL and add a link in the body of the email, but I was looking for a way to check the box or something similar to just add it to a tile or a description. So I don't know from our team who can answer that question, if I can open that up to the floor. Is there anyone from our team that can answer that question for Dave?
Yeah, I can take that. So there is no option right now, the way you mentioned, to provide a link for a dashboard. But certainly, the way you said, like you can put a link on email subject or body. That way, you can have that dashboard URL on the report. But yeah, we would like to go through this suggestion which you have given and see what can be done to address it.
Dave, does that answer your question? I don't know if you can talk with us.
Yeah.
You there?
Yep.
Hello.
Thank you. Yep. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you just have a point in time when you get that report in the email and you want to go back to the dashboard to see if any real-time thing has changed, and it's not super simple for an end user to get back to the dashboard unless you like I said, copy the URL and put it in the subject or in the body. So I was assuming similar how you can, there's those pre-canned description and title and things that you can put right in it, right? If report location or something would be in there, that would be helpful.
Okay. Do you have any other questions while we've got you off mute? Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Nope. Love the product. Been using it for a little bit now. Thanks.
Okay. I will actually, before we finish today, just let everyone know we've got some other sessions coming up. So do have a think why we go through this session today. If there's anything missing in our content or webinar specifically, or features, functionality you want any help with. We'll go back to the chat. So Brian, I saw you have a question about having a quick tutorial on how to inner join. So Neha, I don't know if that's a question that you can answer for us.
Yeah, I can quickly show how exactly you can select the inner join between two tables.
Okay.
Okay, let me share. This will stop your screen sharing.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay. So I just created a small panel to showcase. All right. So to create an inner join, or rather any other join between whichever the form we have to select, we can first choose the first form and okay. So just okay. There is let me start from. Okay, so if I'm creating a join using a form type, let me show first from the form type. The query is anyways easy. So I can just select both the forms. I'm not sure whether this is bothering me. If I'm doing it with another form, here is this particular area form, which is written in front of the second form name or the third form name, whichever it is. That's where you get the option to select the inner join. Once you select the inner join, you get to choose the criteria, join criteria on which you want to do. So for the work log and this one, I would just go ahead and select the incident number is equals to sorry, work logs incident number, and that's how you can actually got.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Okay. I was missing
And
that middle part where you did the
yeah,
equals
so
part.
it's actually written here as like form, and then you click on that and then you get it as an
Right.
option. But in case you want to, let's say, write it in an SQL format, again, your query would be written anyway. So this is a simple syntax how we follow in an SQL format. And for the third option for the visual query builder, anyways, you get it like the relationships are anyways inbuilt. So these are the two options you can use from your end. Yeah.
That made it so much easier. Thank you so much.
Okay. No problem. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Hopefully this is what these sessions are about. Sometimes you think it's a more difficult question, and when you ask someone, it saves you having to log a support case. So thanks for that. Do you have any other questions, Brian, while we've got you off mute?
Yep. Hi, this is Mainant. I have a question. So here instead of help desk or help desk work log, I have a question on like querying a digital workplace catalog form, the entitlement one. So when we are querying the entitlement form, we got a result in JSON. Is there any way to split those JSON files into like a different of columns, or like might be as a separated one with commas or something in the same column? Is there any options available in that?
And there is my screen shared, right? Okay, to format the JSON, there are options under the transform. What I can do is, or I can just create one example and come back to showcase this, if that's okay. I have I can access the detail. Meanwhile, Samantha, you can continue with other questions. I'll create the example and showcase it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So Peter, you had a question. How about being able to view the dashboards within the service model? I don't know who can answer that question. Is there anyone from the team? And Peter, if you want to come off mute, can you hear us?
Hi, Samantha.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello. Hi, Kashita.
Hello.
Yeah. So about viewing the dashboards within service model means, are we talking about viewing the dashboards within application, or it is, so can I get a some explanation around what is the exact use case here.
Sure. So we've of course gotten some dashboards created, and they provide more historical information, customized historical information. It'd be nice to be able to see that dashboard within the service model, so that your service model is more of your single pane of glass.
And where do you have this? Is it in Discovery or CMDB? Where's your service model?
Where is the service model?
Yeah.
So we're using blueprints, which pull
Okay.
from
AI.
Discovery.
Yeah, Discovery or AI Ops. No, at the moment, we don't have that ability to pull any dashboards that you have in any specific application. Dashboards is an independent tool that allows you to connect to data sources, and then you build your dashboard or report within Helix Dashboards. But you cannot pull a dashboard from another app.
Okay. So just a suggestion, it'd be nice to have that kind of capability within the service modeling.
Sure. We encourage you to create an idea on BMC community. And let's see how widespread this use case is. It will be interesting to know how widespread it is, so that we can decide.
Okay, thank you.
Peter, have you created an idea before on communities? Because if you did want to create it post-event, I'm more than happy to share it with the customers that have joined today, so they can vote the idea up if it's something that other people are experiencing or want as well.
I have not created one before.
Okay, I will reach out to you. I also work very heavily on the community, so I'll drop you a line and arrange some time. And the same with anyone else on here if they want a little bit of training on communities, because that's another platform for you to be able to do a bit of self-service. We have quite a lot of our specialists on there that put content on. There's knowledge articles, there's content, and it's also where we run the ideas program, which Nikhil is talking about. So ideas, for those that don't know, is when we call them requests for enhancements. It's just a different name. If you've got any ideas and thoughts about how you want to improve the product, we would highly recommend to put those ideas on there, and then they get voted up. So if anyone else wants any training, I'm more than happy to run a session for individuals or multiple people. I've done it for a couple of customers before. Please drop me a line. You will have my details from the sign up, but I'm more than happy, certainly, Peter, if you want some assistance. Before we go on to the next question, actually, Angela, I know that you're also on our panelists.
Yes.
Thank you for joining. Would you like to just maybe actually, because it's a really good time and segue for you to just explain what your role is within BMC, because I think that would be quite helpful for the rest of the attendees.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Angela Sandoval. I lead our UX research program here at BMC and have done so for the last 10 years. And our role is really to capture and understand the customers' experiences, capture their needs. And so really understanding those patterns across customers. So this one, so as everyone's speaking, I'm capturing all the needs that come up. So don't worry. If you don't want to post it on communities or haven't yet, even though it's encouraged to do so, I will be capturing all the needs that have been brought up during this session. So thank you so much for your input, and we want to hear more.
Thank you. And if anyone does have any questions for Angela or general queries, then we will be doing the Q&A also during this session. So do reach out. Thanks, Angela. Okay, so back to the question. So we had another question from a customer saying, when using a crosstab setting the standard unit limits your ability to use field overrides, what way is there to combat this? I don't know who can answer that question. Everyone can see it in the Q&A.
Maybe we'll check this out. We have override capability, most of the visualization, but I'm not sure about a cross tab. Let me check quickly and get back on this while we are answering other questions.
I'll leave that unanswered for the moment. Thanks, Vikram. Okay, so another one to do with not cross-tab but cross-launch. How can we add the cross-launch data link to BMC cross-tab visualization reports and dashboards? So it might be something similar that you need to check as well, Vikram, if you're going to look at the first question. I don't know if you see that from Vishnu.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that. Let me take that as well.
Okay, we'll come back, Vishnu, and whoever asked the first question. So we have a question from Javier. Is it possible to substring a value from a column to create a new one? I'll open that up to the floor if there's anyone from our team that can answer that.
Hey, Samantha, I'll like to take this one. So substring a value from a column. So are we expecting here to be able to have a new column which is getting generated by using substring function, right? So it is possible to use string functions in SQL query and achieve that part. Is there any specific example here?
Javier, can you hear us?
Yeah, hello. Could you hear me? Hello,
Yeah.
hello. Okay, all right. That's answered my question. I'm just asking to because I found several function on transform, but I didn't see the substring, and I find interesting to include, and I think it's okay. It's cool to know that will be implemented in one moment. I have another question if I can.
Please do.
I have a case of use of because I would like to link. I have two dashboards, okay, better two visualizations. One with a table with the data, another one with a bar chart. And I would like to when I click on one of the bars in the bar chart, I would like to go to a table, but with the data filtered by the values of the bar. I don't know if it's possible or because I just found one way to link that all the data that I'm showing in the bar chart, not just the bar.
Do you want me to share my screen and show it quickly?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So we have some examples. Yeah. So if you can refer the examples from the out-of-the-box dashboards, then we have some examples here. So Samantha, can you please confirm if my screen is visible?
Yes, it is. You might want to move the black bar out the way because I think it's blocking your browser. If you drag it over to your other screen, perfect. If you just get a bit of the black space and move it over to your other screen, that's it, drag it along. It's just, it can be very annoying sometimes if you put it into your other screen. Perfect. I think it's kind of over there. That's fine, we can see it.
Yeah, so here I have opened just DWP request overview dashboard to show the examples. So here I want to see what are my open requests by age buckets. So there are 5 to 15 days, 1 to 5 days like this. I have a few buckets created using bar chart. And if you see what I have done here, I have just configured the data link on age column. And here I have passed whatever variables or filters I want to pass. So I need to pass here age because I need to filter data based on age. So 1 to 5 days will be passed and it will show me the requests which are related to And here in the child query as well, you need to have same variable. So if you look at this child query quickly, here, whatever is passed from the parent dashboard the same variable. Here also I have passed in the where condition so that it will fetch and filter the results based on the required qualification. So with the help of data link, you will be able to. So you will find these examples in the out-of-the-box dashboards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sam, you are on mute.
I double muted myself. I was just asking Neha, are you ready to do your demo? Or shall I go over to Vikram to see if he's able to answer those crosstab questions? Just want to check if anyone's ready.
I can quickly showcase if that's okay. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, okay, let me. There's a one out of the box example which I would just like to showcase. There's another one. The transformation I was talking about, probably you can go. So basically, just created one simple query once you create the JSON. So this one was actually entire stored in one JSON field, and you can just select the either if it's a key value pair, you can select the key value pair. You have these options to select. It's formatting to keep it as a JSON, keep it as a key value pair, or auto. Once you explore the transform option, you will be able to format it in another way. There's another out of the box. Let me showcase. I don't have a data to showcase right now on this particular demo stack, but pick in the system, you'll have this printable DWP request detail, which is an out of the box. However, this is a little customized customized solution which R&D has done. However, we can still pick this kind of a format and create, keep adding our own fields into this. So if you go through question answer on DWPC set survey dashboard, the similar form of this particular query has been created for question answer JSON as well. So you'll get plenty of these two dashboards. So one is printable DWP request detail. Another is DWP customer survey question answer. These two are I'm talking about are the out of the box one, where you will find this custom option where we can format the JSON from DWPC. I've done that. And the simple JSON key value pairs, which are stored in a JSON format, we can just simply showcase it as a transform, as long as you don't have to use it in the pass it or use it in others. So this will be like post-processing data when you use it as in a transform, just to showcase on the panel.
So yep. Thanks for that info. So I have a quick question. So for example, like as of now, it's a 1 or 2 key pairs. So if in future, like if that data is updated and it has multiple key value pairs, whether do I need to alter the transform map or it will get automatically updated with the
So in a multiple key value pair, it creates a multiple key value columns as well. So
it has to be done manually?
No, in the transform, you will have a multiple columns.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a field on top of my mind which is storing on a JSON. Otherwise, I would have probably tried it. But you can anytime reach out with the exact field which you are looking for to transform into from JSON to the normal data, and I can help you out with it.
Okay, it's an entitlement one, like where it has a virtual marketplace.
Virtual marketplace entitlement. Okay, I'm working on one of the dashboard on a virtual marketplace entitlement. I think I've done. I'm doing that something similar. You'll see that upcoming in one of the out of the box as well. But let me pull that if it's already available on some that I'll just give you the detail now or in our question answer document which Samantha sent. I'll just add the link there.
Sure, thanks.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
actually, it's about people like user search is a column where it has a companies or organization or like support organization which is mapped to that entitlement. So which has multiple values, right? So I'm looking for that option. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thanks for your question. We'll go back to the questions in a minute, Vikram. I can see there's a question from Eric that Kashita, you've just was about to start to answer. So if we can take that one live, that would be fantastic, or just a recap. So Eric had a question. I wonder if you could just come off mute and summarize that question. That would be wonderful. And obviously, Eric, feel free to talk to us live as well. I don't know, Kashita, if you want to just talk that question through that came
Yeah.
through.
So, Eric, your question is about how do dashboards handle queries where the defined record or row limit is reached? Are results truncated at the record limit? So once the record limit is reached and your result is beyond that limit, then data is shown in chunks, and you can set the pagination configuration available on table panel to see the data in pages.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we do have some queries that would reach what we understand as the predefined threshold. So as long as there's some sort of pagination functionality to be able to go through the full result list, that's good to know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your question. Did you have anything else that you wanted to ask while you're off mute?
Not at this time. We are just getting into dashboards, so within the past week or so. So doing a lot of poking around, trying to learn the ropes. So appreciate the session.
Wonderful. If you do have any questions, and there's going to be quite a lot of topics coming up, I'm working very closely with this team on getting content out, demos and various different forms. Do reach out and let us know. And hopefully you'll have a good journey with dashboards.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks for your question. Vikram, if we go back to the crosstab stuff, have you managed to find anything on that yet? Or do you want me to move to the next question?
Yeah, I can cover one. Am I unmute? Yes. So yeah, so second question I'll take first, how we can add the cross-launch data link to BMC cross-tab visualization report. So cross-tab visualization also has the configuration. If you scroll to the right of your cross-tab configuration, and you can add the data link. And that data link, if you are taking out of the dashboard application, it will bring up that page, but you need to log in or open that link as if you are logging into that URL. If it is a within dashboard, that is, you are pointing to same in the same application, you are pointing to some other dashboard, then you can put the URL accordingly and it should open. If you are facing any challenge there, I can take that for the question.
I don't know if that's, I don't know if that's answered the question. So if there is any further ones, if everyone can let us know if anyone's got any questions on crosstabs.
Okay, so the first question or the other question on the crosstab is a standard unit, or if you are having a challenge or not finding the appropriate unit of measurement for crosstab. I think we have quite an extensive list of units, but if you have any other unit than the listed ones, maybe you can put some labels on the top to address those and keep those values without a limit. Yeah, it is. Yeah, today I see that is a limitation to use the provided unit of measurements there. But if you can provide us what is that unit you are not finding in the list, that will help us to see and improve that there. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, Vishnu, I don't know if you want to come off mute and talk with us. Does that answer your question?
Hey, hi guys.
Hello.
Yeah, the second question, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so for that cross tab, I built a query, report. I was able to use the BMC cross tab for the incident. And when I was trying to add the data link, it doesn't do anything. I went into the second option we are using, 24.2. I use the overrides also to add the link with the instance ID loaded on the SQL query builder. But looks like it is not working as it should be.
Okay, that is very
Um,
common use case we support. Kshitija or Neha, you have any out-of-box dashboard ready where we are providing cross-launch from the incident ID to the application, taking that application?
So I don't have any example of cross tab, but I can share my screen and maybe we can check. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
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 So if okay, I'll move here to incident dashboards. And here I have example of cross tab. So I just wanted to understand here we are, instead of these numbers, you have a incident ID, right? This
Yes,
is
that's correct.
this is your case, right? Yeah. So yes. So in value, so whenever you have configured in value, you have added this.
The
So
fields. Yeah.
added the case ID, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm just trying to figure out what is missing from your end. So here is the data link which you have used similar way.
Yes.
And here you have passed all the variables which are needed, right? Or
Yes.
from here itself you want to cross launch, right?
Yeah, so we are cross-launching it to Smart IT. Yeah.
Got it. So to cross launch to Smart IT, you need instance ID, right? Not a
Yes. Yeah, we
not
are not hiding it
actual.
on the cross tab. Yeah.
Okay, you are not hiding it on cross tab. Okay. And are you using this circular bracket, round bracket?
No.
You are using curly brackets, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the problem. So cross tab works little bit differently than other visualization data links. For cross tab, you need to use round brackets. You can take example of this incident dashboard, which is out of the box, and you can refer this syntax instead of just these brackets, round bracket, and you'll be able to get through this. There is no other issue.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What is this dashboard name? Incident dashboard?
Under Helix ITSM, you will see incident dashboard.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your question. Okay, we'll go back to the questions. So I can see, Slavomir, there was a question around topic on reporting, Excel, PDF. Not all panels are coming with data. For example, BMC crosstab rows and panel repeating. Is there a list of features which are covered or not covered in generating reports? Maybe that's a question for you, Nikhil.
So in general, our product documentation covers documentation on how to use a specific visualization. We don't necessarily cover what is covered or not, what is not covered. The documentation is focused on what is covered, and we cover all those use cases that are relevant for BMC Helix products.
Maybe I can add some more, like we have recently enhanced significantly our capabilities on exporting to PDF and Excel. That is coming up in the upcoming release 24.3, where earlier we were having limitation of when you export to the PDF, you are getting only the limited data which you are seeing on the screen, whereas now the enhanced PDF capability will dynamically generate the table, extending table to cover all the data. So maybe you can watch for 24.3 release, where we will be including this in the release notes, and where we are addressing the limitations of PDF and Excel as well. Having said that, there is one limitation. I think you are referring to that. If you are using row, repeating using the row capability, dynamically generating panels using row. So that is not yet addressed. If you are having some panel which is getting repeated using row capability, those repeated panels are not getting exported. We are working on that. That is the today's limitation. Hope that answers the question.
If there is any further questions on it, feel free to reach out, Slavomir. Okay, we have another question. Christopher, you asked one, Visual Query Builder is not complete, so I need to create our own SQL statement like all cases that has a survey sent. Kshita, did you want to answer that one?
Yeah, Samantha. So, so Visual Query Builder is not complete, meaning are we expecting here that survey data should be part of metadata which we are trying to use in Visual Query Builder?
Hi. Because I'm asking for an ERD of all the tables, because in the Visual Query Builder, for example, I'm getting the survey sent and that is linked to the cases. So it is not possible in the Visual Query Builder. So I should create my own query. So I need, if you have ERD doc of the complete table, so that I know which table are linked to this table, so that I can connect with each other, so that I can create my own query statement.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So right now,
Basically, I just need the ERD, the complete, if you have.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part, I mean, ER diagram, I can get it from maybe BWF team will have that particularly, and I can get that for you. But for now, to answer your question, like I have opened this survey and CSAT metrics for line of business dashboard. This is provided out of the box. And if you look at here, you will see how the inner join is created between my ITSB survey and case.
I understand. So sorry. I just gave
Mhm.
that an example.
Yeah.
To
Okay.
but basically I just need the ERD. I
Okay.
just gave that example. So I
Mm.
already got that SQL. So
Okay.
yeah, basically I'm into some other tables that I need to connect with each. Yeah, it's very complicated on what I'm doing.
Okay.
So just ERD will help me a lot.
Okay, ERD related to BWF and DWP and survey, right? That's what you're looking for.
All tables related to incident, work order, change, task, everything, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, just want to understand quickly that are you referring to these out of the box metadata views and you are unable to do something?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Because
and
as what
that's the
I
reason.
have,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah,
you
go
can
ahead.
continue. So as because when I check this one,
Mm.
the survey is not here when I
Yes.
check, so that's why ERD will really help me a lot on some other linking to other tables. Yeah.
Okay, so to be able to generate your own custom metadata view, right? That's what
Yes,
you're looking
yes,
for. Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I can get that information for you. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Let me just have a little look if we've got any other questions. So we've got one more question. I do want to just ask one to the team, actually. I know one of the questions also working with support quite closely that I do think is worth us discussing today was a lot of the time we get asked who should have the responsibility of creating the reports. And I don't know whether Daniel or Nicole, you want to just sort of give a bit of advice on that before we take the question in the chat.
Can you please repeat the question?
So one of the questions when we were talking about typical topics was who should be creating reports. It would be really good to just give advice to our customers on this call.
Yes. Now, we often see that if we look at the personas who develop reports, broadly, there are two. There are data analysts who will receive requirements from their organization and they build reports based on requirements. Typically, these people understand the underlying applications. These people at the moment are best positioned to develop reports because they have the necessary skills for designing reports. But we are also aware that there are a number of people now, typically service desk managers or business analysts, who may not be intimately familiar with the underlying data model, but may still be tasked with developing reports, which is why we have developed Visual Query Builder to allow a larger set of users within your service desk organization or within your IT organization to be able to build reports. In the future, we will expand the use of generative AI to dashboarding solutions through which it will be possible for someone with minimal or no technical skills to build dashboards just through a conversational interface. So that is a roadmap item, and this is something we will work on over the coming months. But at the moment, with the capabilities that we have, we recommend someone who understands the underlying products, whether it's ITSM, business workflows, digital workplace, or on the operations management side. You need to be familiar with the functionality of these products before you develop reports. So anyone who has these skills is best positioned to develop reports.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'm very conscious of time, and I think this has told me that we need to do another session like this, but there's one question I want to make sure that we get answered because it also covers some of the sessions we're running. So firstly, we will have content coming out. So anyone that's asking, this is being recorded. We will get all the questions. There is a lot that's come through also in the chat that we haven't shared out loud. We have got a session coming up on the 24th of July, which is about the new features. So do please sign up for that. Again, I will share that with you post-event. And we've also got a lot of workshops that are still going on. So I'm working very closely with Nikhil's team to have the Smart Reporting to Dashboards workshop. We're very conscious that there's customers and partners on these events. So you may have customers you're still helping to migrate. So one of the questions I know we do get asked frequently is how we're addressing the parity between Smart Reporting and Helix Dashboards. So I think that's probably our last question that we'll take. So I don't know, Vikram or Nikhil, if you want to just give a bit more information on what we're doing there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so we are comparing smart reporting versus Helix Dashboard or Grafana. Like I mentioned earlier, these are reporting tools of two different generations. The Grafana is a latest cutting edge reporting tool where it supports a lot of different data sources, a lot of new visualizations. We are very detailed comparing the capabilities, especially the visualization. Smart reporting supports around 40 or 50 different visualization, but with minor variations, but we have studied what customers are using or most helpful for customers to achieve their use cases or visualization, data representation or analytic requirement. From smart reporting, we have seen around 20 visualization is what most of the customers are using, or that satisfied their requirement. We are I think we have added quite a few new visualization which were not supported by Grafana. We have added completely new BMC visualization like crosstab. We have a combination chart. We have coming up with a new table plugin for a lot of new capabilities. So we are keep on adding these new visualization. Also, we have added scheduling and broadcasting capability to dashboards, which is there for long. So we are continuously adding new capabilities, but it is based on the what customers are requesting and customer need basis. So it is not only copying smart reporting capability here, but what is making sense for all the advanced data analytics use cases. So though that is our priority, and enhancing Grafana capabilities, adding more capability to Helix dashboards.
Wonderful.
So yeah, Nikhil, if you want to add anything more, but yeah, that is our plan.
No, I think you've covered it quite well. We continually look for opportunities to bridge the parity gap, but it's not just about bridging the parity gap. It's about what makes sense for BMC Helix products, what features make sense for BMC Helix products to have, and we continually look for opportunities to deliver those capabilities, which is why we encourage you to create ideas on the BMC community portal. We routinely review those ideas, deliver them on the roadmap, and it gives us an opportunity to understand how widespread is that use case.
Yep.
So please head to community to create for ideas, vote for ideas others have created.
Thank you, Nikhil. And I will also work with Angela, who has obviously introduced herself earlier. We may have beta testing or opportunities for customers on here that might want to get more involved. So do feel free in the survey that gets sent out. It will take you a few minutes to fill in. Let me know if you want to be contacted, because I will be working very closely with the UX team. So a lot of what the product managers work with you on will also get fed back into UX. So yeah, thank you. I'm very conscious we've reached the hour, so I would like to park it here before we get lots more questions. But just a reminder and recap, smart reporting to dashboards workshops are coming up on the 19th, and we've also got sessions on the 26th. We also have them for APAC, India and EMEA regions, so do have a look at the times. Also, we've got the new features that's coming on the 24th of July, which Nikhil will be working with me on. That will be a lovely, great session to join. And we'll also have, hopefully Angela will join. So if there's anything else that you would be interested in, feel free to use the feedback form. I will look forward to seeing many of you again. And finally, thank you to our panelists that have joined, shared a lot of content with you today, and hopefully you found this an informative session. So thank you, everyone, and hopefully see you all soon.
Very informative. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.